Max, let's get into our coach of the year talk here quickly. I'm going to give you two runners up. I'm going to give you two runners up going to the Big 12 for both of them. I'm going Iowa State's TJ Otzelberger. Iowa State was a 2 seed last year, Big 12 tournament champs. They smacked Houston in that championship game. Two Sweet 16s in the last 3 years. He's been trying to break through. They had the number one defense according to Ken Pom on Selection Sunday last year. We know they can get it done on that side of the floor. My other runner up for coach of the year, Big 12, Baylor Bear. You know I have a lot of respect for Scott Drew. I really like him. Baylor, they're the only team over the last four NCAA tournaments to be seeded a 3 or better in each of them.
Mm.
This isn't one of his better rosters in Waco. They got smacked last night, so I'm excited to see what his coaching can get them.
Yeah.
Max, give me two runners up for your coach of the year.
Oh man. I definitely have my number one, but as far as runner up goes, I would not be surprised if we see frickin' what's his name from UConn again.
Dan Hurley.
Yeah, Dan Hurley holding the trophy. That was just so we're clear that was not
Thank you.
Calipari holding that. All right.
Thank
I
you.
know definitely. Yeah, yeah. It is Dan Hurley holding that.
John's back there with his titties on Dan, trying to get some love on the trophy. No, that ain't for you, Calipari. Fucking queef.
I'll go and toss out one from the SEC. I'm going to go Bruce Pearl.
I
Okay,
like it.
I think Auburn, the way that they play defense. Who's going to be the scorer though? That's the thing. You just need some form
Yeah.
of elite scoring. But I think Bruce Pearl could slip in there. Cobra, do you want to go out your coach of the year? You want to say that first?
My big dog for coach of the year, the winner this year. I'm going to Gonzaga, Mark Few.
Oh, Mark Few. Okay.
It's his 26th season in Spokane, Washington. It's 26th season as head coach of Gonzaga. They've made the NCAA tournament every year. Every year they've made the NCAA tournament. 17 straight seasons of at least 25 wins. 17 straight seasons of at least 25 wins. He's never won less than 23 games in a season at Gonzaga. 22 West Coast Conference regular season titles. The 3 years he didn't win, they missed it by one game. He has 19 West Coast Conference tournament titles, nine straight Sweet 16s.
Wow.
Nine straight Sweet 16s. That is the current active record and is second all time only to North Carolina's 13 straight from 1981 to 1993. I'm going Mark Few. He's got two Final Fours in his bag. He might be getting another one. I'm going Mark Few, Coach of the Year. Where are you going?
I like that. I like Mark Few a lot. I think he's an underrated coach, and it's because he's in the West Coast Conference. You know, they
People don't
rule that
respect it.
division. No respect, no respect. I would love to see though if Gonzaga decided to go into a Power Five conference. I kept on saying, why don't slide him into the Pac-12?
Yeah,
Well, now the
that's gonna
Pac-12,
happen.
and that's going to happen. But the funny thing is it dispersed. You know, there's no USC or UCLA or so.
It's
Why?
queef
He's got to play the same teams.
Yeah, you're right.
Gosh.
You're right. You're
Oh
right.
my, yeah. But anyway, love Gonzaga, love Mark Few. I think he's an excellent coach, and yeah, they're always a fun team to watch. Big win last night, by the way, against Baylor. Right? It was Baylor.
Yeah,
Crazy.
smacking.
That's a big one. Big one. But my guy, I'm gonna go Nate Oates from Alabama. I'm going to
I like it.
SEC. I got
like
two
it.
SECs in there. Maybe it's because I live here in SEC country now, so maybe I got a little more of a bias here. But Nate Oates going to that Final Four with that team he had. Now he's still got Mark Sears back. You know they could win the SEC again. Okay, I could see 3 years in a row where they 3 years in a row they would be right. They won last year. Did they win 2 years ago with what's his name?
Brandon Miller.
Brandon Miller, yeah, and I mean, I don't mean the tournament. I mean a conference title. Pretty sure.
They were one game short last year,
Oh,
and they won the year before with Brandon Miller,
okay,
16-2 the year before.
okay. Well, anyway, I could see them winning the SEC this year, and I think Nate Oates is a good coach. I think another underrated guy. He's still kind of new. He's still kind of new to the league. I would say that we kind of know who he is now.
Definitely a great X's and O's coach, great motivator. I like Nate Oates coaching for sure.